Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge Let's Play NBA 2K18. Das Spiel geht auch gleich los, Training habe ich schon alles hinter mir. Aber ich muss noch mal kurz ins Wettbüro gucken, ob ich gewonnen habe. Weil man kann in NBA 2K18 auf alle echten Spiele der NBA tippen. Und wenn man richtig liegt, dann bekommt man VCs, also die Ingame-Währung, durch die man besser werden kann. Und das habe ich natürlich auch gestern getan, das mache ich jeden Tag, weil das ist nicht schlecht, was man da, wenn man ein bisschen richtig tippt, ähm, so bekommt. Ich weiß nur nicht, ob in Amerika die Spiele für heute schon beendet sind. Das werden wir jetzt gleich sehen. Gucke ich jetzt einfach mal schnell. Hier, so ein Fahrrad brauche ich auch, aber dafür gebe ich doch keine VCs aus momentan. Die habe ich einfach nicht, die VCs. So. Wollen wir mal gucken. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Oh, sag mal. Ah. Ah. Oh. Ah. Naja. Ich glaube, die Hälfte oder so war richtig, würde ich sagen. 400 VCs. Besser als nix. Und jetzt müssten wir eigentlich auch schon wieder für die nächsten Spiele tippen können. Schauen wir mal. Ne, hab für alle getippt, die es aktuell gibt. Scheinbar, oder? Nochmal. Nö, hab für alle getippt. Dann gucke ich mal, ob jetzt zufällig gerade eine Frage im Trivia kommt, was ich beantworten kann. Da gibt es nämlich auch VCs zu. VCs kann man nie genug haben. So, da kommt jetzt gleich die nächste Frage. Kann natürlich auch sein, die habe ich schon mal beantwortet. Wir probieren es mal mit 3 Fragen aus. Wenn da keine neue für mich kommt, dann starte ich einfach das Spiel. Aber dieses Trivia finde ich extrem cool eigentlich. Da kann man 50 Fragen beantworten pro Woche und für jede richtige Frage gibt es 25 VC. Das heißt im besten Fall 25 mal 50. Könnt ihr ja ausrechnen, wie viele VCs das insgesamt sind. $1250 sind es übrigens. Ja. Eine Frage warte ich noch ab, aber wenn die dann nicht ist für mich, dann... Das ist halt das Problem, ich habe halt schon 36 von 50 beantwortet, da fehlen nur noch 14, die ich beantworten kann. Und ich mache das ohne Google nebenher aufzuhaben, deswegen ist meine Bewertung auch so schlecht, aber ich bin da fair. Ich könnte natürlich auch einfach Google auf dem zweiten Bildschirm laufen lassen und schnell googeln, man hat ja 25 Sekunden Zeit. Aber das wäre ja Cheaten. Nee, also die Frage habe ich auch schon beantwortet, dann gehen wir jetzt ins Spiel. Wir hören uns in der Viertelpause und ich wünsche euch jetzt ganz viel Spaß beim Spiel.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings going up against the Los Angeles Clippers at Staples Center. Los Angeles has to feel pretty happy about their recent play. They've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased. And the Sacramento fans so happy to still have their Kings team after it seemed certain they'd make the move to Seattle. They kept the faith, and they were rewarded.
Not only that, Ernie, a brand new arena, the Golden One Center. The business of basketball is booming in Sacramento. I should know. I'm part owner.
I know, and I hear that it's very user friendly. The Golden One Center.
You don't need any tickets, Ernie. As soon as you walk in, if your Bluetooth is enabled, of course, we will contact you, locate you on your phone, and direct you to your seats.
Wow, how about that?
That's an unbelievable
development.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
Well, all the Kings have to do now is start winning, Jack.
I agree.
You know,
You're
I mean,
part
I
owner,
agree.
and he used to play for these guys.
I agree.
11-year playoff drought. It is thirsty up there for wins.
Don't remind me.
Time to go courtside. Kevin Harlan's got the call.
Yeah. Now that's the kind of energy I like to see. Feels so good to be home.
Sit down, be humble, 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 sit down.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup, and today's game is the Kings coming to town for this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And, of course, the big news, DeAndre Jordan is out with an injury.
Yeah, and as bad as it turned out to be, it tells you a little bit about his toughness, that when they took him to the locker room after he got hurt, he wanted to come back out and get back on the court.
Well, yeah, you think about it, this is good news, especially to everyone who saw that terrible injury occur. It could have been so much worse.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Sacramento Kings coach Dave Yeager started out coaching in the minor leagues. And every year he'd attend NBA training camps, but especially ones with teams that had big roster turnover. He said a coach who's had his team together calls out a drill, and everybody does it. But to watch those guys teach and put it all together, that was where you really learn. Kevin?
Thanks, David, and it's clear that Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. And a conference rivalry renewed tonight. This one could get a little chippy, Chris.
Games like this always have a little bit extra meaning on both sides, especially for fans. You can see that look of intensity in their eyes.
Nice clean game, huh?
And it's the Kings to start out. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Kings, Fox and Hield are the young guard tandem. Zach Randolph is out there with Carter, and it's Papagiannis in at the 5. And it's good, 2 points.
More than comfortable operating from mid-range. Easy money for Randolph.
Outside Williams. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Reed kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Goes up from the top of the key. The shot missing. Now the Kings with it. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And really, man, they played their hearts out. Missed a couple opportunities down the stretch, and that was the difference.
Absolutely right, Greg. That's all it takes. A play here, a play there, a detail that isn't accounted for, it stings.
And here's Griffin following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. Well, considering the Kings, Chris, and how they have fared in the draft, it is clear to see why they just haven't been able to find and field a top team in so long. They've struggled drafting.
Yeah, and they're just hoping that trend is reversed with this latest group. Fox, Jackson, Giles, they're a solid trio. Still, before this class, the only first-round pick of the Kings who is still with the team is Cauley Stein.
First one falls for.
It's just a tremendous talent when healthy. That's the key for Griffin, trying to avoid a big injury that takes up a chunk of his season.
Both shots good from the strike. And you look at the Clippers post Chris Paul. The team is still in a position to compete.
I think they had to fill in gaps when players left, but I really like the job they've done overall. I mean, they have good inside and outside presence. Not the same, but they aren't in a horrible spot.
Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Sacramento.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Well, also great execution. Let's not forget about that. Being active gets you only so far if you lack the discipline.
Now here is Carter, following the miss by Griffin. Outside Hill. Pass to Randall. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Well, their bench provided that spark. Points they may not have had otherwise. I thought that was really the difference in this game.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Randolph a screen. Hill passes to Randolph. It's back to Hill. Randolph a screen. Here's Carter, and Griffin sends it back. And here's the fast break. Gallinari leading the way.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Hill kicks to Carter. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Randolph sets a screen for Hill. Passes to Papagiannis. And just miss after miss right now.
The D doing everything they can to cut him off on his way to the hoop.
Here's Griffin. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
They set the pick. Hield kicks to Randolph. The shot's good.
Right in his wheelhouse. Randolph putting in work in the paint.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Williams kicks to Beverly. Now the pass to Griffin. Gallinari outside. Reed a screen on Carter. Shot off the screen, and Gallinari again. Gallinari's got 7 points.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
Inside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Chris, as the season gets going, a lot of players start having lengthy road trips. Just how hard is it to play on the tail end of, say, a 5, 6, or a 7-game trip?
It's terrible. You miss the comforts of home, sleeping in your own bed, eating your own food, your habits, being on the road, or you just miss all the good things about home, your family, and things like that. But you have to love these trips. One, if you're a player, because they set up time for chemistry. It's the most time you get to spend with your teammates. You really get to bond and get to know who each other are. Secondly, it takes a toll on that team. It wears you down. It sets you up for failure when you come home. And what's great about that is every team has to go through it.
Right.
So this is the NBA. It has to be the hardest league, the hardest schedule. And so it's tough, but, you know, that's what we do as players in this league. And so I love it because everyone does it. And I've always said it, sports is so fair because it's unfair to us all. And that's an unfair part of the game, but you got to get through it. You got to battle it, and you got to get through it. What an advantage for a big man to have that smooth stroke at the line.
Tries from 10. Here's Griffin. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. And Sacramento has possession. Papagiannis passes to Randolph. And it's Hill. That's on the assist by Randolph. And that makes it a tie ball game.
What you have to give Randolph great understanding for the game. Knows how to generate offense.
Hill against Beverly. Here's Griffin. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Oh, he's shooting a fantastic mark from the field to begin this one.
Hill against Beverly. Outside Hill. Pass to Randolph. Shoots over Griffin. Randolph can't hit. Clippers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Dishes it to Griffin. Here's Reed. Banked in off the glass. Reed's got his first 2 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Hill kicks to Heel. Feeds it to Carter. Randolph, a screen on Gallinari. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gallinari with the steal. For the finish, and Griffin slams it in.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
They set the pick. Healed with it. 29 points for him last game against the Clippers.
Well, Kevin, on top of that, with the defense trying to take shot opportunities away from him, he finds a way to get himself to the line.
Now here's Healed, following the miss by Zach Randolph. Moves back up. It's deflected. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Austin Rivers comes in for Williams. And DJ subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And then for Sacramento, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Yorgos Papagiannis. Labissiere comes in for Zach Randolph. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Carter. The Kings trail by 6. Hill dishes to Cauley Stein. Now here's Healed. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. He dishes it to Temple. It's good from long range. Temple's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
I like seeing Hill share the ball. How great instincts on offense. He finds guys well.
Reed a screen, and Gallinari kicks to DJ. Gallinari outside. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Kings.
And it was a versatile offense they featured. So many teams these days rely heavily on the three-point shot, but they kept it balanced. The triple was still a big part of what they did, but it wasn't the only thing they did.
Here is Hill. He feeds it to Labissiere. Cauley Stein, a screen. Labissiere with the ball. Griffin's there. Labissiere, the pass to Hill. 4 on the clock. Here's Temple. That one rolling around and rims out. Clippers leading by 3. Here's Gallinari. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4. Sacramento's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Well, one thing that Dave Yeager has provided in Sacramento, Chris, is a connection to the core members of the team.
Yeah, and having your star player believe in Coach Yeager and vice versa makes life a lot easier for this team. You can't get very far with infighting between coaches and players. That's something the Kings have battled even before Yeager's tenure.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Temple, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pick up by Hill. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Blake Griffin. The Kings have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one drops. And part of analyzing a game can be offering forth critique of players or officials or organizations. Chris, how do you find that balance of candor and yet not being too critical, being too harsh?
Great question. The way I try to have an honest balance is to remember how I felt when it happened to me.
Interesting.
When you're a player, if someone comes with hard, credible evidence, I mean, it's true. You can't take anything personal. But when guys are just criticizing the same jump shot that you made last play, I'm not that guy. So, I try to keep a balance by being fair and honest, first of all, to the fans of that city and that state, and letting them know how great their team is, but also that maybe their team is playing lazy. Maybe look at this effort not out there by the floor. But also, in a blowout game, I also give the team that's losing by 30 just as much respect as I do the winning team, because those guys work just as hard. This is just a specific night they didn't play that well. So I just try to make every game as special as it is to me, from being a kid growing up to being able to play in the league, but then also just being fair. Benefit of the doubt first, but if you do 2 or 3 stupid things, then you're a stupid player that night. Just being honest, having fun. And I've gotten some calls from players, and I don't care. I'm not hard to find. And I just try to have fun, be honest, and no hard feelings, man.
Now, here's Decker. Kicks it to DJ. Lets it go with a 3. A three-pointer is right on target. DJ's got himself on the board with 3 there.
DJ is capable of sinking these outside shots. D can't let him get into a comfort zone from beyond the arc.
They set the pick. No one near Labissiere as he lets it go. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Los Angeles leading by 3. DJ kicks to Griffin and finished off by Griffin.
Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Labissiere, the screen. The kick out to Hill. To the inside, and stolen by Harrell. And here we go. Fast break. DJ's got it. He's looking for Rivers and finds him. Bucket is good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
1:25 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Temple. He's got 5. On the wing, Hill. Back to Temple. 5 on the clock. Labissiere, the screen. Off the pick. They get a hand on it. Here's Cauley Stein. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Well, Willie Cauley Stein, out of Kentucky, a player who many thought would eventually become a big-time center in the league, was taken 6th overall in 2015. That surprised some people, but he has had a hard time finding his place in this NBA.
Well, for Cauley Stein, some of it has been opportunity, but also just consistency. He's shown some flashes of greatness for moments, but he rarely puts together a stretch of those big games.
On the free throw, no good.
When you think of Cauley Stein, the word length comes to mind. A huge target on offense and a tenacious shot blocker and rebounder on the defensive end.
Here's Teodosic. Harrell, the pass to Teodosic. Harrell Sacramento with it, working on Cauley Stein. Rivers, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
And Sacramento has possession, trailing here by 8. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. Temple's got 7 points.
Oh, the floater's a tough shot, even when you're that close to the bucket.
Here's Teodosic. He's guarded by Hill. The dish to Rivers. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
Blake Griffin getting it done for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Kurze Viertelanalyse wie immer und ich muss sagen, 5 Minuten gespielt, richtig gute Leistung eigentlich. Gut, den einen Turnover, den kann man ein bisschen vernachlässigen, das war einfach Pech. Aber ansonsten, ein Wurf, ein Treffer, 3 Punkte. Ein Defensiv-Rebound, 3 Assists. Ich denke, damit kann man leben und damit gehen wir mit viel Optimismus ins zweite Viertel. Führen ja auch momentan relativ beruhigend, aber das Spiel ist noch nicht durch. Ich erinnere nur an das letzte Spiel gegen die Kings, wo es am Ende nochmal richtig knapp wurde. Hoffen wir mal, dass wir es heute früher in Tüten haben. Und ob wir dazu eine Chance haben, das sehen wir im zweiten Viertel. Viel Spaß!
Second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Well, yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
Montrezl Harrell is out there with Deck. Then there's Wells. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Teodosic in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
Well, yeah, some of my best memories were playing for the Kings during the early 2000s. The way we played together, the passing, our ball movement, our system, it was amazing.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And Chris, I know many Kings fans are longing for a return to glory. Those teams that you were on, easily the best for Sacramento.
Yeah, it took a lot to turn the organization around. We had to do it from the locker room and kind of change the culture there. And so it was great to have a guy like Vlade be there with me from the beginning. And he, Jay, Will, Peja. And so it was fun starting something, and it's going to be great watching.
And Chris, I know you started doing a podcast, Fearless or Insane, with Chris Webber, an opportunity to have some meaningful conversations. What's that been like?
Oh, it's been great, Kevin. I've gotten a chance to talk to some friends, some mentors like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I've gotten to speak to him about what it was like playing for Wooden, what it was like coming up in the crazy 60s and that time. And, you know, he's such a thoughtful and a great individual. So to hear his stories about he and Muhammad Ali, he and Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all these great figures is just wonderful. I also got to speak to track legends, John Carlos and Tommy Smith, who in the 1968 Olympics, we've seen them kind of protest when they put their fist up in defiance and kind of put their voice out for the voiceless. And I got to talk to them about how tough of a moment that was. Did they know the sacrifice that they were making? What happened, the backlash to what happened? And then all these years later, do they feel kind of vindicated that we're showing them so much love and people around the world appreciated what they've done? So we try to just discuss fearless or insane. You know, they say insane is doing the same thing over, expecting a different result, where these guys put their lives on the line.
Yes.
And they kind of knew that it necessarily wouldn't change the arc of justice, but they felt that they had to do it. And so it's just some cool conversations with people and athletes that were much more than an athlete. And I've learned a lot, and it's been a cool podcast.
Now
Now he has 5. Down low, looking for Bogdanovich, and he gets it there. Stein dishes to Labissiere. Hill kicks to Bogdanovich. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Teodosic. He's guarded by Hill. Teodosic, no good.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
Off target at the rim.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Rivers in the corner. Hit by Harrell. Off the pick, and the rejection by Stein.
And shooters beware. Stein is very crafty in how he rises up for the block. So good at catching scores off guard with his wide reach.
And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Now here's Decker, defended by Labissiere. To the left wing. Hit by Harrell. Rivers passes to Harrell. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stein. Williams, he's checked in for Rivers. Sacramento also making some changes. Yorgos Papagiannis is checked in for Willie Stein. Randolph comes in for Labissiere. And it's Carter in for Garrett Temple. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Clock at 4. There's Williams, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here is Hill. 5 points in the game. Here's Randolph, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Randolph's got 6 points.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
The feed to Decker. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Willie Reed, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Gallinari in for Decker. The Kings also at the sub. Heald's checked in. The Kings trail by 10. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. He kicks it to Carter. Pass to Randall. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead. I love watching Wells pull up from beyond the arc. A remarkable score when given room to shoot.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Shot off the screen. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Papagiannis.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Williams against Bogdanovich. Reed a screen. Here's Williams. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers. Outside, Bogdanovich. And Randolph now top of the key. Randolph sets a screen for Carter. Over Gallinari. Rebound by the Clippers.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he wants.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on it.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That free throw good from Gallinari. And, Chris, we often talk about what makes a good coach or a good player, but to change it up a bit, what do you think is an aspect of being a good general manager in the NBA?
I think being a good manager is about a couple of things. Knowing how to manipulate and deal with the salary cap, so that you can bring the best players around each other, but the skill sets have to fit. Best players aren't just what a guy has done in the past or how many points he scored or how many records that he's broken. It's about, does his skill set fit with another player? So you don't want two guys that are ball handlers on the same team, or you don't want two guys that need a ball handler to facilitate, and therefore you don't have anyone to penetrate. So someone that knows how to weave and interject different skill sets that will complement each other, I think is the type of GM that is successful in this league.
Sometimes easier said than done, though, right?
I think most times easier said than done, because a lot of GMs have some great ideas, but they need someone else to help in that trade or a player that's willing. And so, you have a lot of moving factors right there.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Bogdanovich with it, now guarded by Gallinari. Bogdanovich dishes to Randolph. Over Beverly. Happy to see that one go in. He's shooting 4 for 10 with that basket.
That's a tough size matchup there, and he takes advantage of it from mid-range.
Williams kicks to Wells. And it's off from three-point range. The Kings trail by 18. Healed the pass to Bogdanovich. Got a piece of it. And here's Gallinari. He had 13 points in the win against Sacramento. Back to Beverly. Puts up a three. Changes up. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
The Clippers have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6. Griffin's checked in for the Clippers. DJ comes in for Williams.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Kings was not his usual self. Dropped in a handful of points, and he also helped out by coming up with a few steals as well. He had a really tough time shooting the basketball. For him, it seemed like the rim had a lid on it. We'll see if the lid's been lifted here tonight.
Thank you, David. Great job. You know, even the best players have weak games, guys. And I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Yeah, and the question now becomes, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
Well, obviously, he's real important to their success. They thrive off his energy. Let's see if the game plan tonight is to get him involved early on.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout. Here to check out stats for Griffin. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 8th in scoring, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to.
Well, it appears as though he has lost his touch a little after connecting on 2 in the first quarter.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now, here's Bogdanovich looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Randolph. And it falls over the rim and in.
Well, he struggled out of the gate, but now he's really cooking in the second quarter.
Beverly dishes to DJ. And Gallinari kicks to Griffin. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for Griffin. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Randolph sets a screen for Bogdanovich. Passes it to Carter. Griffin against Randolph. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Sacramento shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Shooting one.
Free throw good, Randolph.
And what a tremendous career for Zach Randolph. He hit some bumps early on, but he's played with tremendous consistency throughout his time in the league.
Shoots. And it's DJ missing. Kings have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Hield can't hit.
And you can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
And Buddy Hield, just one of those players who can hurt you on offense in so many ways, has the shot, but also is comfortable finishing in traffic and at the rim.
Look, when he's going, he can put up big numbers. Hield's ability to find points through different means is why he's a high upside scorer. Great all-around offensive game. A frustrating start to this quarter for him.
Reed a screen. Griffin kicks to DJ. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
No 3-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
Wasted no time on that one. That's now 8 points for Buddy Hield.
Like the form Hield has, excellent at getting his feet under him before he shoots.
Shot from the wing. That's short off the rim.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
But sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Now here's Griffin. Vince Carter missing his last shot. Beverly for 3. Rebound by the Kings. Papianis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Carter against Gallinari. There's the pass to Hield. Fires from deep. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And Beverly kicks to DJ. Gallinari passes to Griffin. Dishes to DJ. Shot to end this cold run. Second shot opportunity. And Griffin puts it in. Griffin's got 5 points in the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
Well, but they better talk about him because he's really attacked them down inside. They haven't been able to stop him.
Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Reed. Decker comes in for Gallinari. And it's Rivers in for Patrick Beverly. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Yorgos Papagiannis. This year comes in for Zach Randolph. Garrett Temple has checked in for Buddy Hield. And George Hills subbed in for Bogdanovich. And here is DJ. Vince Carter getting it to go from deep. Decker kicks to DJ. Rivers gets a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Rivers has got 10 points in the game. Sacramento's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Hill, a screen on Griffin. Here's Labissiere. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And now a quick look at some very potent men in the middle lately. Highest scoring big men in the past 10 games. Blake Griffin is third.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
Look, you got to work on your game, and all these guys have worked diligently on improving all aspects of their respective low-post games. That is why these guys are the best at what they do.
And that one falls for Labissiere.
And Labissiere screams potential, a gigantic player who plays both ends of the floor well.
He's off on the second. And Montrezl Harrell, a player who seems to be another great find in the second round of the NBA draft out of Louisville. Starting to develop as a power forward, he can provide a nice inside presence for a team.
What I like about Harrell is that how strong he finishes at the rim. It seems like every time he goes up, he's in an and-one situation.
So it's Sacramento now. Following Sam Decker's three, Cauley-Stein a screen. 44 seconds left in the first half. Cauley-Stein with a screen on Rivers. Here's Labissiere. Sacramento again missing.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
For Los Angeles, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. Teodosic is checked in for the Clippers.
One shot.
Sacramento's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's the screen. Hill dishes to Labissiere. Pass to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Hill with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Hill, no good. Teodosic. No good there. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Clippers ahead. Ending the second quarter on a 9-1 run. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Zu David Aldridge kommen wir wie immer gleich, beziehungsweise morgen. Kurz noch zum Abschluss dieser Folge die Halbzeitanalyse. Ja, 5 Punkte, 1 Rebound, 5 Assists auf der Habenseite, ist richtig, richtig gut. Ja gut, die Korbwurfquote ist nicht ganz so gut, deswegen werfe ich jetzt auch wirklich nur noch ganz sichere Bälle, damit die nicht noch weiter sinkt. 10 Minuten habe ich schon gespielt, in der zweiten Hälfte habe ich also nochmal 8 übrig. Wenn ich nicht sogar ein bisschen mehr übrig habe, weil ja Jordan verletzt ist. Ein Turnover hat es gegeben auf der negativen Seite, aber der ist, denke ich, zu verkraften. Die 5 Assists sind wirklich, wirklich gut. Mal gucken, was uns dann in der zweiten Halbzeit morgen erwartet. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, lasst einen Daumen hoch da. Ihr dürft auch sehr, sehr gerne kommentieren. Und wenn ihr uns noch nicht abonniert habt, dann abonniert uns doch einfach. Dann verpasst ihr nämlich nichts mehr bei uns auf dem Kanal, zumindest da nicht, wenn ihr die kleine Glocke neben dem Abonnieren-Button drückt. Im Abspann. Da seht ihr jetzt auf der linken Seite Tipps aus dem Kanal, auf der rechten Seite unsere komplette NBA 2K18 Playlist und in der Mitte, da könnt ihr uns abonnieren. Und damit sage ich Tschüss und macht's gut. Bis morgen.